This is Heather Hudson, a mother of 4 who has worked for Piedmont Airlines for 10 years and is currently a gate agent.
When I started at Piedmont Airlines in Charlotte, North Carolina, 10 years ago, I earned less than $8 an hour. At that time, I was married, and I really wasn't worried about the wages. I was more worried about the flight benefits. So me and my husband and my 4 children could go places that we never expected we would be able to go.
So when she first took the job at Piedmont, it was for supplemental income and for flight benefits for her family. But then, Heather's life situation changed.
Now that I'm separated and a single mother of 4, I rely solely on my paycheck to take care of my family.
So when Heather's marital status changed, it was Piedmont's responsibility to pay her more. Got it.
My current salary after a decade working for Piedmont is less than $14.50 an hour. I cannot make ends meet on my own without working extra hours. And on those days, I work 12-hour days.
So she works extra hours and is able to make ends meet. Wait, how is that a problem? According to Heather's bio, she works at least 50 hours a week, and at $14.47 an hour plus overtime after 40 hours, she's making at least $795 for a 50-hour work week. That's over $41,000 a year. You know, poverty wages.
Some of my coworkers work second jobs at fast food restaurants just because they make more per hour than we do.
Bullshit. There is no way you're gonna make $800 working in fast food. Notice that Heather, who makes $14.47 an hour, is sitting next to Adriana Alvarez, the McDonald's girl who makes $12.50 an hour with no overtime.
I can barely feed my family properly, so I am receiving food stamps, and I also receive Medicaid. I've been getting the support for the past 5 years. My 26-year-old son, Devin, helps me financially. This is not the way it's supposed to be.
It seems like the biggest reason she requires benefits and needs her son to help her is because she is separated from her husband. So instead of acknowledging that fact, she blames the company that gave her the job that she gladly accepted 10 years ago.
But my job is not easy. We're on the tarmac. In Charlotte, North Carolina, if you've ever flown through, we board you on the tarmac. We are out there with you with umbrellas. We're out there in the heat, 90, 100-degree weather.
They make you work outside? I've never heard of such a thing.
We work for a company that is tremendously successful. American Airlines made $1.9 billion last year.
To clarify, Heather is an employee of Piedmont Airlines, which is a regional service owned by American Airlines Group. Piedmont brings in a fraction of the revenue that a mainline carrier does, so many of Piedmont's employees get paid less than they would if they worked at, say, American Airlines.
We work for a company that is tremendously successful.
Heather has to paint the company as a bunch of super rich cheapskates because she is a shop steward for her union, the Communication Workers of America.
American Airlines made $1.9 billion.
The airline made a profit. Call the police.
Tremendously successful.
American Airlines Group had a net income of $1.9 billion for 2017. But consider that the airline industry is one of the most volatile. General economic conditions, fears of terrorism, war, fair initiatives, labor actions, weather, natural disasters, competition from other airlines, outbreaks of disease, and the biggest fluctuator of them all, fuel prices, can make or break an airline's profit. For example, AAG's annual report states that if there was a 1 cent per gallon rate increase for fuel, it would cost the airline group $45 million, which means that if fuel prices rose as much as 43 cents, it could wipe out the airline's entire bottom line for the year.
We've been working so hard for nothing.
No, you've been working for at least $800 a week. Go work in fast food, I dare you.
Our wages are affecting our livelihoods. I've had coworkers tell me they sleep in their cars.
Okay, how many?
We've actually started a food pantry in our break room for those who cannot afford food, can at least eat at work.
How many people are you talking about? You're giving no context here.
Doug Parker, our CEO of American Airlines, he made $12 million last year. That is 440 times more than what I make at less than $14.50 an hour.
Yeah, and let me put this in perspective. Doug Parker has over 30 years in the industry and runs one of the largest airlines in the world, making sure that the company brings in enough revenue to pay its 126,000 employees, to keep operations afloat, and to guarantee profitability. Heather Hudson helps people board airplanes. See the difference? Thanks for watching, sharing, and hitting that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and check out some of my other videos. And remember to check out the links in the description, and I hope to see you next time. It's a real brick wall, by the way.